Hello everybody and welcome back to the FM24 European Journeyman Save, and we are looking for our next club, and we are back because we have a job interview at a potentially very good candidate club. Let's go and have a look. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Save, and fellow managers, we are potentially going to FC Bucharest, which would be a lovely little job to pick up after Domzale. Football Club FCSB, which is Football Club Steaua Bucharest, isn't it? Steaua Club, Football Club Steaua Bucharest, I think is what it stands for. They have 7 Superliga titles in Romania, 4 cups, 5 Super Cups and 2 Romanian League Cups as well. They're predicted to finish second in the year coming up, behind Cluj. Now, I'm quite excited about this potential challenge because if we go and look at last season, obviously this is the season now, it hasn't started yet, but last season they finished third and are in the Conference League, which is a competition we seem to love, but they were only 8 points off Cluj in top. So I'm thinking potentially a quick get into Romania, win the league and get out. That's sort of what I'm thinking here, and I'm not looking for this to be a long-term thing, but I do think that FC Bucharest could be a very, very good job for us in this save. There is obviously Rapid Bucharest and there is Steaua Bucharest, and I'm because there is Steaua Bucharest as well. So I'm trying to figure out in my head. Now I'm thinking I may have got the clubs the wrong way around, because Steaua Bucharest are the club that I know of because they won the Champions League, but FCSB I think is still Football Club Steaua Bucharest. But they have won 7 Superliga titles and they finished third last year. I do think it could be a good team for us to go and manage. Now I'm questioning myself. But we're in Europe and Steaua Bucharest finished 10th. So, yeah, I mean, it's good that we've got a club during Europe. They've offered us a job interview as well. Obviously, we left NK Domzale as they were getting decimated with transfers. We'll have a look at them later on in this season as well. But yeah, I do think we're going to go to the job interview. That's why I've come back. So we'll attend the interview here. Welcome, Cultured. We're glad you've come along to discuss our plans for the club's vision should we decide to hire you. I'm glad you've given me the chance. How would you overcome the language? Don't worry, I can learn. I'm confident I can learn it. It's not that hard. Football transcends language. There won't be any communications problems. Can you ease our concerns that you have never previously managed in this country? I have various experience of various other countries. Your managerial experience lacks variety in our opinion. What? Hungary and blooming Slovenia? Can you tell why you've only worked with a small selection of teams? I'm still early. I hope you can look past my lack of wider experience. You have to decide whether I'm right manager for your football club. Whether I've managed one club or 100 shouldn't matter. I've shown loyalty to every club I've managed and consider this a good thing. I haven't felt the need to move on very often. I've enjoyed my time everywhere I've worked. Why have you felt it acceptable to apply for a number of jobs whilst employed by another team throughout your career? Technically, I'm unemployed right now, but yeah, whatever. On each occasion, I wasn't enjoying myself, wanted a fresh start. I wasn't my choice. I felt acceptable when you consider how long I've been in management. I won't let anything get in the way of my ambition. Yeah, I lack professionalism, so we'll just promise to not apply for new jobs when we get this one. Would you agree that your handling of the media has been mediocre at best? The only thing that should matter is how I intend on handling media here if given the job. The media should be amongst the least of our concerns. They really don't very matter that much at all. Yeah. How do you feel about potentially replacing a manager who's very much liked by supporters? My record speaks for itself. I'm proud to say I'm very good. As part of the recruitment process, we're willing to allow you to request changes to our current backroom staff, as well as change to request any staff members you'd like to bring your previous club. What size of budget? I'm not going to make any changes. If you emerge as the successful candidate, you will be expected to adhere to the club's vision. Play attacking football, play possession football, sign Romanian players, play entertaining football, high tempo pressing football, develop players using the club's use to make the most of set pieces. I just don't want to sign Romanian players, but we will work towards that. We're expecting to win the title. Is that realistic? Yes, it is. 1.97 million. I don't need a big budget. I'll probably do it a bit smaller. I think the proposed transfer budget is realistic. That's fine. 112,000. I'm happy to work within that. Is there anything you'd like to ask ahead of potentially getting the job? No. And that just about covers everything. So first job interview done. We are now being rumoured in the press that we're going to get the job as well, but we are not going to say anything to the press. We're going to keep it stum. and let's see where it goes. So while we're waiting for Bucuresti to get back to us, this is the job market as it stands at the moment. Job centre, that's what I was looking for. So obviously you can see FCSB, we have been there, we've applied, we're going to see if we get, although Alexandra Frey is the leading candidate, not us. That's a bit interesting. Domzali are yet to find our replacement. I mean, it has only been 3 days, so you'd like to think they take a little bit longer than that. There's a few clubs in the Czech Republic that are looking for managers, a few in Bulgaria as well, and Denmark. There is Silkeborg IF, who have a very nice away kit, but they finished a little bit low for me in the league to be interested in them straight away. Obviously, we've got a number of clubs in Romania that don't have managers. Radomilj are in Slovenia as well. Dren in Slovakia, or Slovenia, sorry, in the second division. Serbia, we've got a couple of teams there. But yeah, not too much. Weirdly, in a weird twist, Senegal, if it offered me the job to manage them at the World Cup, but I turned it down because I sort of, if we do international management, I want it to be an European club only because it's a European journeyman save. And I don't think it's realistic that they would offer someone that's just won the Slovenian Premier League straight into management of the World Cup. You'd like to think they would have promoted, even if it was the assistant coach or something like that, a coach within the system already, or the under-21s coach, to manage them at the World Cup if they got into that sort of situation. So just for transparency, I did turn the World Cup job down to manage Senegal. So we have been approached by FCSB. We are just going to call them Football Club Steaua Bucharest. And yeah, interestingly, offered a 2-year contract on 1,000 per week, take the managerial job at Arena Națională, believing you to be the ideal person to replace ex-manager Andrei Shevchenko. So I think we're just going to go for this and we're going to give it a go at FC Steaua Bucharest. So we're going to start the negotiations. We're going to come into this one 2-year contract. If we get relegated, you can knock 35% of our wages, $1,000 a week. Let's get into it. Let's get into the job. We have accepted it, and that will be very interesting. And there we go, the Ros Albasteri. Welcome FCSB. No, they welcome Cultured Left Foot. Left Foot lifted the Prva Liga Telemark with Domzale in May. He replaces previous manager Andrei Shevchenko. Dan Nistel was considered to be the favourite for the job. It's unclear whether the club favoured Left Foot all along. It's raised eyebrows, which is interesting because we do have a track record of doing well. As we said, second position, we do have an assistant manager and director of football to try and fill. I'm going to try and get Rafael van der Vaart to see if he'll join us, but I'm not sure that he will. A huge stadium, 55,000, which is awesome. Good training facilities, great youth facilities, and excellent youth recruitment as well. A pretty decent wage budget and some transfer budget, which I'm very much looking forward to. Let's go and scour the globe and see if we can find some youngsters that we can bring in as well. We know all of this stuff that we have to adhere to. Schedule a press conference. Yes, we will do that, but I'll do that off camera. But I am very excited. We are here, reach the league phase of the Europa Conference League, win the Superliga, and reach the closing stages of the Cup. So I'm very excited about this. We're going to stick with our same system and hope that we've got a few people to bring in with it. So let's load it in. Our first system will be Kalasar Cruising. And the secondary system will be the same one of the 4-4-1-1, pretty much, isn't it? What did I actually call it? 4-2-2-1? 4-2-2-1? I can't remember what I called it now. What did I call 4-4-1-1 Cultured Libero? There it is. That'll be our more defensive system as we get into it. Very exciting to see where we go, and that will be the next episode. We will dive into this squad and see what it's looking. We'll check out what rules we've got to follow and everything like that in the next episode as well. But before we finish then, what is going on at Domzale? Now, they had lots of bids on players as I was leaving, so I sort of left and let the AI deal with it. So you can see here, Leonardo Cornez, 1.4 million from Arsenal. That is his release fee, if I remember rightly. Yes, it is 1.4 million, which we can afford. I'm going to suggest... Oh, he's already... So he is moving to Arsenal. There you go. He's accepted the contract. He is moving. Philippe de Coom has had bids from Udinese, Genoa and Spezia. They've got interest in Bjorn Stark, who's been in the under 21s or whatever it was. Hubert is now interested from Genoa and Inter. Mike Peter has interest on loan. Simon Janssen has interest from Saudi Arabia. Blaz Zalic has got some interest on loan. Gaspar Jurisic is wanted by Varazadin. Tilen Buzinelli, he must be a youngster yet. Who else have we got here? We've got Luka Bozic wanted on loan as well. So a few people wanted from the club. Have they sold anyone already, though? That is the question. Have they got rid of anyone? Adam Cesar was always going to happen, 125k, so no. They haven't done any other business as of yet, but I'm very interested potentially in Yorit Jaspers, who would take most of our wage budget. That's the problem with finding these youngsters, isn't it? Is that they do then take up... They just cost a lot of money. They cost a lot, but good. MK Domzali haven't been ripped apart yet, which is good. I do feel like they've got a bit of a soft spot in my heart now, a bit more than Nagy Kaniza. Never really got the connection with Nagy Kaniza. That felt like, you know, the starting job again, in and out, get a promotion, in and out, and see how it goes. MK Domzali felt like we were bringing them back to glory, and hopefully we can win the league with FC Steaua Bucharest. That would be absolutely cracking. So we have our next country, we have our next job. In the next episode, we'll go through the team, see what it's looking like, see what the league rules look like and things like that, and maybe start making some transfer moves. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.